Good morning, everyone. It's been a minute. Just been busy in life, but I wanted to do a quick morning coffee talk because I'm probably going to be busy today. I finally have internet. I had to not have internet. Well, besides my phone, but I didn't have Wi-Fi for a few days because costs money and had to wait, and that's okay. But I just wanted to say, I've been dying to talk about the whole thing, the meeting, the event after his 45's disappearance the other day, which was, he was gone for almost a week. And, it's, the whole thing is very suspicious to me. I don't mean to be a conspiracy theorist, but, I've always said, Coke was at the door, I've always said that psychics, intuitives, what have you, whatever name you want to call us, mediums, tarot readers, whatever. Everything we do is a conspiracy theory because we're literally talking about hearing voices. So I'm getting messages from guides and angels and things like that, and magical cards. And so, I always find it, really, really, really kind of almost irritating and ironic when other people say, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and don't say conspiracy theory. Well, that's what we're doing. People are asking us to get answers out of magic cards and voices in the air. So, I don't know. I just feel like and right now, in the way the world is, we're being lied to so much. Literally everything is a conspiracy theory because, again, what makes a conspiracy theory? Unanswered questions. So let's go back to the fact that 45 was gone for a week or more. And then magically he's back. But no, he's not just back. So the conference was whatever his televised event after his weekend where he looked horrible. Whoever that was, whether it was him, which I feel it was, him or someone with a mask on or a body double, what have you. The pictures that were shown of him, he looked horrible. He looked at death's door for entertainment purposes only. I think it's clear to see. It was clear to see he did not look well. And that's after he had disappeared and went silent. And then J.D. Vance saying things like, I'm ready if I have to step forward. Why would he say that? This is what I think happened. Per the cards that I did, the reading that I did, it showed, you remember that, I'll have to show it again later. The card with the cat, it was the Hanged Man card. And it showed a cat, an orange cat, a ginger cat laying on the floor. And I remember I was like, wow, I really got the imagery of him, 45, being found, that he fell, like, help, I've fallen and I can't get up, that type of thing. And maybe the Oval Office, maybe who knows where, bedroom, whatnot, found. And he had a stroke. That's what I get. He had a stroke. And he got really bad news from the doctor, and everybody knew about it, hence that meeting where they're all like, oh, we love you, and presenting him with gifts, very South Parkish, but it was because they had all heard some news about his health, which they don't tell us, because this administration doesn't tell us anything. And so we didn't get to know that he was rushed to the hospital, Walter Reed. Melania was there, helicopters, ambulances driving back and forth. 100%, I would say, although I have to say, for entertainment purpose only, 100%, he had a health event last week. They found him on the floor, just like the card showed, and I saw it. And he had to have some sort of surgery. Now, the rumor is, because the picture showed, now here's the other thing. So he has the event, right? He has the televisor. Don't tell us why he's gone, why he's silent, why all that other stuff was happening, J.D. Vance, etc. Nothing. We don't get to hear anything because they just lie to us. And the event is supposed to be about the plant he's moving from Colorado because they have mail-in voting, which you can't hack. You cannot count them, but you can't hack them. So he doesn't like that. So move to plant. He's punishing. He rules by punishment. The tariffs are a punishment for entertainment purpose only. Now he's moving economy, he's moving a place of business, a major place of business from Colorado. So that's hurting them financially and the people, unless they bend and give him what he wants, which is to take away mail-in voting, which is unconstitutional. And so that was his announcement. We thought his announcement would be, I'm dead. Or somebody, which I showed from the cards, he wasn't unalived. He was still around, but not doing well. And so anyway, it was kind of like in your face. He's alive. And we're not going to talk about the health event. We're going to talk about this because he's still alive and he's still doing the stuff he does, which you think being near death, he would be a nice person. I don't think that he gets that to be a nice person, you have to do nice things. I don't know what's in his brain with that, but okay. So he's late. So like the whole event is late. And I remember I got that, and I wrote on my community board that it reminded me of when he came back from Walter Reed in 2020, and he had the CVID and had the balcony speech. Now what Spirit showed me, like the night before, I think it was Friday night, the night before, all night I woke up and I kept getting the word hologram, 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 hologram. And I even came on here and I said, I'm getting hologram. They're going to do a hologram with him. And then he has the balcony speech. They ship in a whole bunch of like MAGA people. This is pre-Jan 6. And they slap on some like blue shirts, like blue hats and red shirts. And I remember I said, oh, it's like the Smurfs. But then later I get that it's like 3D technology, something to distract us. And I really think that they thought about very strongly using hologram technology on Trump on the balcony speech. I don't think they did, but I think it was on standby. And sure enough, when I looked it up, they had approached this guy that had hologram technology, and they were preparing, especially since he almost passed from COVID. Well, anyway, I got the same thing. With this live meeting. Now, did they? I feel it was very similar. They thought about our AI. They thought about it. And it's so weird because everyone kept pointing out his red and blue tie, which he never wears. And I was like, there's that red and blue again. Anyway, it was late. He was there. Here's the thing, okay? Stick with me. He comes out late. His hair looks like hospital bed hair, like they pulled him out of a hospital bed. He looked ill. His eyes puffy, like horrible. He looked awful. Sorry, but it's true. I mean, he looked ill. That's what I'm saying. He looked ill. And at death's door. And then somebody sees this thing under his jacket that looks like an LVAD or a heart monitor or some sort of drain pump or something. It's something. And his shoulders look weird. Well, that would be like whatever was strapped on under his jacket. So he's wearing a device. So clearly there was a health event. Now the White House scrubbed out that image from the live. Like if you see the image of him, they scrubbed it out, but it's still there because, in real life we have actual pictures. Now some people are saying it can't be an LVAD, which would have required open heart surgery. And I agree with that. That's most likely, it's more like a heart monitor type of pacemaker or a pump, like a drain or a pump, something. However, don't put it past them to have slapped a brace and a girdle. JFK wore a brace and a girdle like for his whole presidency. Even when he died, they had to cut off his brace to operate on him. So I feel like they slapped a brace on him. And here's something you don't see with 45, him walking. He's not golfing. He wouldn't be able to golf right now at all. So don't put it past them. I wouldn't be surprised if they literally had to wheel him out of the hospital bed right there and they were throwing stuff out of that room, hospital stuff, infected, clothing, gowns, septic. Remember I kept getting the word septic with him? And And then they lied about that too. Oh, blah, 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 you can't open those windows. They were throwing stuff on the window. That never happens. That doesn't happen. That's never happened. I get it was septic. He was septic. They were throwing stuff out. It's stupid how they think they could just do stuff and we won't notice, and then they can just gaslight us. But they do it. Anyway, it was late. The live event was late. They got him out of that hospital bed, slapped a brace and a girdle on him, gave him some performance-enhancing blow, what have you, for entertainment purpose only, shot him up with whatever they had to do. You didn't see him walking. Now there's a point at the end of his whole event where he holds onto the podium and he turns around and he grabs someone's hand, and then he sort of like shuffles a bit and stands there and turns away from the cameras so they don't see. And then one of his handlers comes around and says, everybody out, all reporters out, it's over, the event's over. Very orchestrated. He didn't walk. He turned away from the camera, and someone was holding him per a handshake, and I just saw 11:11. This guy is not doing well, and they're lying to us. He's not walking. He didn't walk then. This whole thing where this event with who's the Facebook guy and Bill Gates, that doesn't look right. That looks like an old video. It doesn't even look like him recently. And Melania saying stuff about robots. like she knows robots. Are you kidding me? To me, that looks AI. There's something weird about that. And again, it doesn't look like him. It looks like it's from years ago. It looks like AI. Now listen, if he has Mark Zuckerberg and others, and Thiel is in his pocket, and he's the king, and with Elon of the king of AI, and you're going to tell me that they don't know how to do AI video? Right? We're just, they just lie. They lie to us so much. He's not doing well. I'm sorry, but he's not doing well. So do I think it was an LVAD? Do I think he had open heart surgery? I don't know. But something is strapped to him, keeping him alive. And he's not doing well. And his teeth, beyond that. So maybe he's going to save his life for a while, okay? And again, I don't wish anyone ill will. I'm just reporting psychic facts, not facts, and for entertainment purposes only. If you've seen his teeth, he has meth teeth. They're black. His gums are black. I don't know how he's alive, honestly. I don't know. His teeth look awful. The dude has a meth mouth, and you can put any monitor device on him. See, here's the thing. He's not doing well, and he's probably not going to be around more than the next year or two. He had a health event. He almost died. For all we know, he could have died here, and they revived him. That card keeps haunting me, him on the floor. They found him. He hit his head. He had a stroke. He was septic. That's what I'm getting. And they revived him. That he's not doing well. And they can't lie to us forever. We're not stupid. But they are going to use this AI technology and fool us in between. You're not going to see him golfing. If you do, you're not going to see him walking. He'll be in golf carts. He's not mobile. He's not really. He's barely hanging on, is what I'm getting. Now, and they just showed with Kim Jong-un recently, which isn't him. He's gone. This is a body double. And the thing about countries like that, North Korea, Russia, for entertainment purposes only, they accept that there's body doubles. They know, but they just they just live with it. They know that Putin has body double. They just deal with it. But here in America, you can fool some of us, but you can't fool all of us. And we don't readily accept being lied to. So I know they're going to try. They're just going to keep lying to us. And the thing about 45 is he's so egotistical and narcissistic that he doesn't want to have a body double because then he thinks he can be taken out. He does have one, but he would rather come out and say the horrible and do the horrible stuff himself. He wants to be in front of the cameras even when he looks like a zombie. Anyway, I could feel spirit leaving, and I need to go get ready for the day, but I just wanted to get that out there. My psychic hit is, he was near death. I feel like he had they found him on the floor. He had some sort of surgery. May not have been open heart surgery, but something. They brought him back to life. They're lying to us. He's got some sort of monitor. He's not walking. He's not going to be walking hardly at all. Might be shuffling. He's using a golf cart to get around the White House inside. And they're all, see, the other thing about that live was Spirit said they're going to flock around him. And when I watched it, when it came on, I was like, there they are, just like Spirit showed me. He had all his crew. Now, what healthy, strong president would need to have all those people around him? To me, it's just a sign of weakness. But we just have to accept it, pretend everything's normal. Anyway, yeah, he's not doing well. He's not. And I keep thinking about those teeth. Those teeth, his lifestyle, he's not going to be able to eat like his regular food. He's going to have to, whatever, I'll be quiet. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Bye.